What's up guys, TheMerryGamer here, and welcome back to another episode of Prison Architect. Sorry about that with the last episode, how it had to kind of cut off there. I had a phone call, and unfortunately when I get phone calls, it kind of runs through the computer, so it kind of rings the computer as well, so I have to cut it off quickly before it kind of shows the contact details of the person that's calling me. So, and I wouldn't like you guys kind of getting their number and giving them a buzz. But I noticed when I did that the game, I had to kind of like restart the game. I saved the content obviously, but I shut down Prison Architect and rebooted it. But unfortunately the meter, like the warning, has disappeared. That 24-hour countdown that we had. So I don't know if that's still in play. So hopefully we don't get any escapes in the next 24 hours. Anyway, we're gonna kind of try and abide by that rule and not have any escapes, and hopefully it stays like that. But yes, it seems like that thing has kind of disappeared off our screen. So let's just continue the game and let's get this going here. So they've started this. I do not know why they have not built that wall. Maybe I just missed the wall placement, I think. And let's get to cloning these rooms. So let's go clone this one, and we want this one up in this room up here, and then we're going to do the same over here. We're going to go clone that one and chuck that one over here. We're then going to do the same with these. So let's get the infirmary over here, and we'll get this infirmary down over there as well, and then we'll also work towards getting the canteen ready to go for the prisoners. So we can scan that much. So we're going to do that. And then let's do the same. Oh, I pretty much can do the same, can't I? Because it's even spacing, isn't it? So if I do this, does it actually evenly space? Yes, it does. That's perfect. So we did that. And now let's do this. Or so. And then we can go here. There, and then let's get this final bit of the room done, which we can place here and here, and then let's also go rooms I'm looking for, and I want to go canteen, and I want to highlight this as a canteen in the center as well, so then it turns into one big old canteen. We also need to get our pipes over here. So how did I pipe this over? Pipes like that. Maybe I just run we'll run this over to here, how we did, and then I need to run this all the way up into here, and then I need to run these all the way down up into here. And there we go. So then they can work on the piping, get the pipes done there. And then we got our second canteen done for the episode. And that was the main thing I wanted to focus on. I was focusing on last episode. We would have got that done if I didn't have to cut it short, which is nice. But it's a bit annoying that all these guys in lockdown. I'm not going to take any more intakes now with the prison. I'm going to kind of just make sure I get this area prepared before I do the next intake of prisoners. Just because of the fact that it's a bit annoying how we had that massive escape and loss of people, and I don't want to bring in so many prisoners and all of a sudden we lose. Because if I go validation, and it doesn't say how many escapes in the past 24 hours. I've had 0 in the past 24 hours, which is fantastic, which is good. Let's have a look at here. Corporation tax, programs, grants, cell block E, which is 500 with a capacity, which we can easily do. Policies, regime. We can kind of keep the same regime now, so because since I'm kind of separating them, these guys can kind of follow the same regime, I guess, as normal security, but then maximum security would have a different sort of regime. So then jobs, intake, we're not taking any prisoners. Got 27 high risk, a lot of minimum normal risk, and then a few low risk guys. Then this is all our staff. We've got 108 staff members here. And then we got obviously 48 of them, and then we got 8 administration sort of guys. We haven't been focusing too much over in this area here. there's a detection of a dig site, so they'll hopefully find that eventually. These guys are obviously preparing that. I also need to get staff. How many staff members have we got working in these kitchens? Well, if I go staff, how many have I got? Cool. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and I'll probably put 13, 14. So I'll probably put 3 in those, I guess. So we could probably put maybe 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This will probably be a better kitchen because it's closer to that delivery area. So that would be good. I would like to get the cell blocks also built again, so we could start focusing on more cell blocks and dormitories. I think there's a way that I can improve this dormitory style, so I don't really want to start building the dormitories just yet, because I have a feeling there's a way I can improve it and make it a bit better, and that's what I want to do. These guys, I want to go... These guys don't really have a yard, so that's an issue. So if I go deployment, that's staff. So I shouldn't have any of these low-risk guys out in this prison, should I? Which is good. I'm pretty sure there's no low risk in this prison because I've blocked that off now, which hopefully stays like that. That's an issue when it was like that. We had 2 staff members there, so let's also go... let's get maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. Get them in there. So then we've got a bit of that. What's the problem with there? There is no prisoners assigned to eat at this canteen. That is okay, so they'll be assigned when this kind of goes over onto the other side. We've got a drug overdose at the moment. That's alright. What have we got here? We've got 11 prisoners unable to be assigned to cells. What do I want here? I want to grab these cells here, and I want to clone this stuff, and I want to go a cell there, and let's do a cell here. Then we'll go on the other side, and we'll do the same, because I'm getting rid of these solitaries, and I'm placing in these cells. I've had 1 death today. Well, at least they didn't tell me not to have deaths. That was a good start. So we'll do that, and then we'll also mark this cell over here and here. I don't think they have water, so we will have to do some piping to these places. I'll wait for the toilets and that to be placed in, because that's not too massive an issue. But that was 2, 4, 6. That's another 8 cells in this area, which will kind of help that issue of not enough cells. Let's have a looky here. So we also need to kind of get a few other buildings built in this area that we need to look at today. So maybe not really building them, but kind of just preparing to get them built. Like these areas here have their parole and visitation areas. That's not too much of an issue. They've got the holding cell, their reception, the staff room, security, armory, cleaning cupboards, and all that sort of jazz. But now we've got our infirmatories as well. But we need to get maybe a chapel out here this way. We maybe want to get a common room. A common room is probably the key thing, as well as solitary. We want to get solitary going, because there is no solitary for bad behavior in these guys. So I want to probably put the common room over here. That's linked to solitary, I guess. Maybe do like a common room and 2 solitaries. They can have their yard over here, maybe. They could have, because they have this here, they could have the common rooms, I guess, here instead, maybe. Just so it's a bit easier. So then I could have solitary more in the center. So if I start planning, let's have a look at some of this planning that we can do. So I want maybe... I kind of like this being spacious though. And I kind of like the idea of that being a yard. And I don't mind if this building, if another building comes out here. So if we went like 1, 2, and we ran a line that went all the way down. Let's say if we went... don't do auto-saving, that'd be nice. Let's go 60 or so for now. And... let's do the same here. 1, 2. So let's go 60. I think that was not the same length. So if we do that, I can do this, and then that is 60. Cool. So this is what we're looking at the moment, is a building this big, and then That kind of keeps the 2 gap, which I like, but I want it to be 4 gap on this side. So then if that's the front of him, then we could kind of pin this back a bit and design this new building. They can have their yards, I guess, here and here instead. And in here we can have their common room, their classrooms, their solitary, all that sort of stuff. Even if we have to buy small land over here and do solitary in the back, I'm not too fussed about that. But let's look at this now. So let's go back onto the 10th block I'm looking. So if I do that, and let's get rid of this, and let's do this, and get rid of this. And even so, what have we got? We've had 2 deaths today, 2 drug addictions today. So we had that happen there. Let's maybe get rid of this, and this. And then in here we can have a common room and classrooms on the side. And then we could have solitary. I'd like to have solitary somewhere. Would be nice. Maybe this is cells and I do solitary on the other side. So then, but then these guys aren't catering to any prisoners unless I change it so dormitories are here, and then solitary is here and here. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Because these stock quite a few people. Because this is 2 people per bed. So if we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's 16. So that's 32. That's 64. So that's 128. So we've already got 128 prisoners here. You double it, you got 256. So, and then if we did, that's just this side. Then if we double it again, 256. You're looking at 4. What are we? 256. We're looking at 512 prisoners or something like that. So that's a lot of prisoners just in this little area, and that could cause an issue actually. So maybe it might be a good idea to only have it at that 256. A cell here, and we turn these into the solitaries, which actually might be better. And I kind of like that idea. So maybe this I will change into a solitary area. Cells are only in the corners. Then you have solitary there. Then you have your classrooms and your dormitory in here and in here, and it actually could work quite well. So, but if you're gonna do this, I would like it to be like so. Maybe the walls inside like that. So then if you do that, you can get rid of that. Then kind of feel like this is too squared, so I kind of want to change this a tiny bit. So if this goes, what are we? We are 17. We are 18. So then maybe cut it back by. If I cut it back by 8 or so here. So if you did that, and maybe go back 8. And then you did that, then it might look a tiny bit better. Just breaks up the dimension of the building a bit, and makes it look less, I guess, blocky is a good way of saying it. So if we go 8 here, put that wall there, get rid of this, and we go 8 this way, then that's equal to there. Then that goes this way. We can kind of block, and that tunnel was found. That kind of just gets rid of that blockiness of the area. And we could have had, we could have like a little room in here, I guess. Then that could be like maybe psychology buildings or something. This feels bigger, 11 and 10. So if I go from here to here, that's 8, and if I go here to here, that's 7. So this needs to go here. I need to get rid of that wall. Now it's even. So this could be like maybe like psychology wards, so they can have like their one-on-one times with the psychologists, because they don't have any psychologists on this side. Then we can kind of break this up and have a few rooms. So then if you have the psychologist ward here, we could have maybe we can break this up. We could have like another wall going this way. And that was 46, so 23. Let's do that. Then if you do this, kind of just breaks it up a bit. So then you have 2 rooms here. And then you could have maybe another room that's out here maybe or so. Just breaking it up a bit. Bit of a waste of space doing that, but you can kind of do that. So then you have a room there. What have we got in here? We've got 18. So let's go 9. So here and here. Again. So if we do that and that. So then you have, why is there so many tunnels being found? That is very concerning. We need to do a shakedown tonight when we get the opportunity. So then they have like a room here. 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 rooms on each side. That kind of makes it a bit more better. And a bit more structured, I guess, in a way. Makes these rooms look a bit nicer anyway. So if I do this again, let's do this and this. Let's just map this out. Let's get this building done. So then we don't have to worry about it anymore. So do that. And do that, was it? So it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So there we go. So then that's kind of how this building will look. We'll also get rid of here and here. So if I do that and I go this side, oh, that's 8, sorry. And this side is 10. So technically we move 1 across. So now it's 9 or 10 on that side, sorry. And 9 on that side. Ooh. This side is 10. This side's, oh, that's also 10. So there we go. That side's 8. And this side is 8. So this room's actually a tiny bit bigger in a way. Is it? Really? So this place goes to 18. And this goes to 21. Okay. So that's 9. Okay, so this is bigger. It's a tiny bit off. So we need to change the room dimensions to kind of fix this. This need to move up a tiny bit and kind of rearrange this. So how do I do that? So if this is 18, I want this one to be either 18, or then if I go 19, so then if you're 19, you're 22, and you turn 20. So then if I do a wall here, then that turns to 19 on the inside, and 19 on the inside. So if I do that and that, we can kind of even this up a tiny bit. So let's get rid of this. And so let's go again, let's double check, 19. 19. So that's how we're going to do those rooms, and they're the same width. So then these can be, I guess, single, but then we can probably double this again, so then we don't have to waste any smatter of sizing. So then these actually turn to 20 and 20. Oh, that was 21, but that's because I did the outside wall. So 20 and 20. Let's get rid of this and this. Let's do that. And let's do that. Let's do that. And that makes it even. We want that to come down here and here. So then we have single doors here. And then we can do the same thing. Do we want the wall to continue through, or do I want it to... I want it to kind of go back one, I think, just to make it a tiny bit different in the sizing. Then you do that. Let's go here and do that. And that. And then we just need to figure out these walls, which I believe are 20. Ah, great. So there we go. So that's 20. So we just need to go to 10. So that's nice and even. So now we've got 9 on one side and 9 on the other side. So then we go here and here. We go 9. We wanted that, because then it's 9 on this side. And there we go, there we go. There, it's even now. So then we can have kind of like a psychology building. I don't even know if I need this front bit. That's what I'm trying to decide now. Do I want that? Do I maybe want to just extend it a tiny bit or so? Maybe if I just went down by 6 or so, it might look nicer that way. Like so, that kind of looks a tiny bit better and a bit different. And then, yeah, so we can have 2 psychologists' office. We can have 4 classrooms. Maybe 4 common rooms, because there's so many prisoners, we might need a lot more common rooms, and we can kind of balance it that way. And so that's going to be it for this episode, guys. So next episode, we'll hopefully get this built, and maybe I'll start changing this into solitary, get the next cell built over here, and next solitary, and then we've got low security prison, all down and dusted and finished, and then we can look at getting some high security stuff going. So anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. So as usual, thank you all for watching. I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll catch you all in the next episode. So catch you later, guys.